start a new chapter, that is lesson number 4, national movements in India. How Indians stood against British rule, their government, and what were the basic steps that was taken. How the revolutionaries formed different revolutionary steps to beat against British rule. In this lesson, we are going to discuss about all these factors, revolutionary movements that led to the change in Indian system. Okay, so that is an introduction part. In this week, we will discuss these factors. That is, there will be an introduction part, how this British rule came, that we have already seen or discussed in the previous chapter. So there is an introduction part. Then we will discuss about the Great National Uprising of 1857. How small steps were taken nationally together to stand against British government. How they were opposing the British rule. How they were opposing the British officers. There we will see in this part the Great National Uprising of 1857. Then boycott and indigenous movement means that foreign products were boycotted. We were against using British product, and we were supporting indigenous Swadeshi movements, that were things that were made within India. We were supporting that thing. Boycott means we were against using British products. We were not ready to use any of their product, which indirectly affected their market because they came to India as traders, right? We have seen that in the previous chapter. Then Muslim League, how these Britishers used the divide and rule policy. They created a problem between Hindu and Muslims, and they took advantage of that conflict. So we will see about Muslim League. And then at last in this week we will see about birth and development of extreme revolutionary movements, different revolutionary steps, movements that were created that led towards the national movements in India, that was marked as the major improvements in India. So these are the topics that we are going to cover this week. Yes, the chapter has different further topics also, but this week we will discuss about these topics. So in the introduction part, they are just saying about the disputes, the internal weaknesses of India, how this British East India Company took advantage of it. We have seen in the previous chapter, right, how the kings were fighting amongst themselves, and these Britishers took advantage of it and got the supremacy over India. So in this introduction part, they were only discussing about the common laws, common administration and legal system that came according to British system, and then Indian system started fading. At the cost of India, they made England prosperous and exploited India to a large extent. Means they were exploiting India and making England prosperous. Okay, so in the introduction part, it is all those things that we have seen in the previous chapter. So now we will see Great National Uprising of 1857. Okay, the Great National Uprising of 1857 means political dissatisfaction, means political problems were there, means no one was satisfied, economic exploitation was happening, they were taking all the good stuffs from India, social and religious factors were coming in, military factors, and some immediate reasons like induction of the Enfield rifle in the army. In this Enfield rifle, you have studied in the previous classes about a rifle that was made from cow skin, which the soldiers, army officers has to use from the teeth. So the Mangal Pandey refused to do so. So he was the first martyr of the uprising. Several revolutionaries revolutionaries means who wants to make change, who brings revolution, like Nana Sahib, Tatya Tope, Raja Kuwar Singh, Rani Lakshmi Bai, Bahadur Shah Zafar. They also took part in several revolutions. The uprising of 1857 produced many effects, among which are the end of company rule in India and the rule of British Crown, change in administration, military, social, religion policies. So, at the end of this revolution, what happened? The company rule in India ended and the rule of the British Crown was also ended. Okay, so the reason responsible for the failure of 1857 was uprising, at the beginning of uprising before the planned time. Means they were planning to work for the uprising before the planned time. There were lack of central leadership. There was no one leader and insufficient and unsophisticated weapons. Importance of self-centered interest than nationalism. Means these revolutionaries, what they were doing, they were giving more importance to self-centered interest than for the national benefit. These were the some reasons that made this uprising of 1857 a failure. Okay, then boycott and indigenous movement. So the Bengal was the big provision at a time of British rule, and so what they thought that national awakening doesn't happen there, so they started a movement. They divided this place into two parts, that is East Bengal and West Bengal, in the name of bringing about administrative efficiency. And their main basic agenda was to divide and rule, break Hindus and Muslims collectively. They can't manage Hindus and Muslims collectively for fighting against English people, so they used this policy and they started dividing people. So they divide the vast Bengal into two parts, and this day the Bengal people observe National Mourning Day. Means they celebrate this day as, not just celebrate, they observe this day as National Mourning Day. Means mourning means very ekdam dukhad din. Then that same day what they announced is they started boycotting all the foreign goods, and they even encouraged Swadeshi goods. They started using things that were made inside India, and that was not just happening in Bengal but also in other parts. Means other Indians also believed that this division was a part of a conspiracy. They thought that this was because the nationalism doesn't catch up in India. So what happened that day? Hindus and Muslims tied Rakhi to each other in entire Bengal and expressed their unity. And what were their major characteristics? They adopted indigenous products. Means Swadeshi products were given more importance. They boycotted foreign goods and adopt national education. They were avoiding British education system. So from this boycott and indigenous movement, India was getting benefit, but this British government has affected badly. As this boycott of foreign goods, they were having a loss because their clothes were coming, which was stopped. Sugar, shoes, cigarettes, tobacco, etc. was imported from England, where the reduction came in. Okay, we will see the next topics in the next video. Thank you.